the circle. You can tape up the lie, but the facts keep rolling like a wheel in the sky. One world, one shape, no edge to defend. Step up to the data. We do it again. Turn again. Truth comes back around. Turn again. Watch that myth go down. Turn again. Say it loud, say it plain. Turn again. Your flat world breaks the frame.
Mystic ancient secrets can all be answered when you ask the mystic access guru. That is I, the great exalted one. I have come across 3 astral projections through the god plane and the hero metamorphosis to give you the knowledge you deserve.
Excuse me. Fucking yawn. So, here, I haven't even set this thing up yet. Windows capture. What? There we go. I'm gonna have to fix this. Geez, Sean. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing? Good to have you here. Yeah, I was over at Gems. It's on his server first. And fucking Joby, that fucking piece of shit. Oh, wait a second. Just spewing racist bullshit. I mean, just blatant fucking racist bullshit. I mean, that much short of just saying the N-word. And I'm not talking like, you know, liberal tears kind of offense. Somebody said something about you wouldn't be doing this, like breaking the law somehow. And he said, no, I'm not black. That's Joby. So when I brought it to the mod's attention, I got nothing but ridicule and discipline. I got disciplined on the server for complaining about racism and anti-Semitic talk. So I've left the server and unsubscribed to Jim Panda's fucking YouTube channel. I mean, he's going to get his shit taken down. I mean, his fucking ignorance, his pig-headed ignorance. And then what's funny is, on his channel just today, he's showing, they're criticizing racists. These fucking flag-waving guys, the put the flag up or whatever, these guys in England or in the UK, these racist pieces of shit. It's like they're criticizing those people when they're just guilty of the same fucking thing. It's fucking disgusting. He has a show called The Sunday Roast. And he talks about, it just shows, it's just a clip show. Shows clips from different things. Flat earthers and fucking racists and shit. Anti-vaxxers. Medical misinformation. And yeah, it's just fucking disgusting. It's just fucking disgusting how he's let his fucking server and YouTube channel slip like that. So, anyway. And they got people like Rozovsky as his fucking mods. Yeah, that piece of shit owes me $100. Made a $100 bet with me that Ranty will be back to the flat earth and after the holidays, like within a week of when he left the flat earth. And he lost the bet, of course, and he refuses to pay up. So, Those are the kind of people that Jim Panda gives a wrench to, gives moderation privileges to. So anyway, enough of that. This is a guy I meant to cover his channel like a year ago, but never got around to it. But so we're going to do the entire how many 20? We're going to do the 20 videos in his playlist titled "I Researched Flat Earth for 3 years." So that's the title of the of this series of videos. So let's just see what this dumb motherfucker has to say.
I wanted to prove once and for all that the flat earth theory is stupid and it makes no sense, but I failed at every step.
Wow, that means you're a failure. If you failed debunking flat earth, you're a failure, dude.
I've done my research for over 3 years. I saved and I documented everything, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I found. Let's talk about it.
And at this time, if we look at his channel, he said he did this for 3 years, right? 3 years. Here's the playlist.
What if everything you've been told?
The oldest, the one that we're looking at right now is I guess
I wanted
is a year old. A year old. He doesn't have any videos older than a year. Go oldest. Or, I'm sorry, he got 4. I guess he has 4 years. Okay. All right. Okay. So I guess this is just the conglomeration.
flat earth.
Oh, I forgot something. Forgot this. All right. Volcano, powder keg, time bomb, tinderbox. All right, let's see. Vinegar, club soda. No. It'd be, baking soda. Baking soda, vinegar, potato battery. I don't know. Got a vacuum. I don't know what that's about. We got some double letters. Try that. No, it's got. There's more than those. What? See, vodka, home fries, Vichy Soir. Foods you eat when you're drunk. No. Huh. I don't know. I want to say we got like items found in a science fair. The potato battery. Vacuum. Hydrogen peroxide. Or vinegar and baking soda? No? Vodka, club soda. Thought that might be drinks, but no. I think Vichy Swaz is a drink. Hey, Gareth. Yeah. Man, I have no idea. See, vinegar, club soda, hydrogen peroxide, antifreeze. Things that I've tried to drink to get drunk. No, that wouldn't be it. Fuck. I have no fucking clue. Home fries, Vichy Soir, potato. Oh, things made with potatoes? Yeah, Vichy Soir is potato soup. Okay. I thought Vichy Soir was fish for some stupid reason. Maybe it's fish with potatoes. No, that's not it. I'm going to try these double letter. Well, try these. Double vowels, okay. Hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, club soda, baking soda. Household stain removers. Fuck off. Yeah. Hey, Karen's on Cat Bush. How you doing?
Is the number one conspiracy theory in the world. That's the mother of all conspiracies. And what I always thought that it's stupid, first of all, and second, I thought that the bad guys, those who are responsible for all the other conspiracies, they invented this theory so they can ridicule all the other conspiracy theories. Does that make sense? So I always thought that it's stupid.
So it's just another fucking, it's the same old testimonial. Yeah, I tried to debunk it and I couldn't. And I'm a pretty smart guy, so if I can't debunk it, there has to be something to it.
Because it sounds stupid, right? We know we live on a globe, but it always came back to my life and I saw it here and there, so I decided that I'm gonna end this debate once and for all. I'm gonna prove the globe and we can forget flat earth theory once and for all. But as I
There's no such thing as flat earth theory.
said, I failed. I was never a flat earther. I always believed in the globe, and I even used the globe as a thumbnail for some of my previous videos. As I said, I researched it for over 3 years. I had a lot of questions, I'm sure you have too, and as I said, I documented.
What? Who did you ask these questions to? Other flat earthers? Hey, George. Did you ask other flat earthers these questions?
Everything that I found. So I'm not here to tell you whether the earth is a globe or it's flat. I'm here to show you exactly what I found during my research, and you can decide for yourself. Fair enough? Welcome to Mystery Teachings. My name is Gergő. If you are new to the channel, then greetings and namaste. Or if you are a returning beautiful soul, hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Before I started this whole investigation, I knew one thing. If I want to get a clear picture of what's going on and which side is true,
You'd stay off the internet.
Need to put aside everything that I think, I believe, or I feel about the earth, and in this case the globe itself. So it doesn't matter how stupid I think flat earth is, I need to be open-minded, and I promise myself that I'm gonna look at both sides with an open mind. I just step aside and I look at it as an observer. And that's exactly what I'm asking from you as well. Put aside everything you believe and let me take you to a journey that you have never been before. And even though we have a lot of photos and videos of the earth, and this is the first thing that we learn as a child, as soon as we're born, the first thing we know that we live on a globe.
No, that's not the first thing that we're taught after we're born, dipshit. Why do they keep saying that? Why do they keep saying, well, as soon as we're born, they shove a globe in it? No, they don't. No, they don't. It's just for curiosity's sake. I'm curious. Go to Amazon. Crib Mobile. So here we go, from Amazon. Why is that oh, there we go. Yeah, so here's a globe, crib mobiles, or mobiles. Yeah, I don't see any globes. Well, here's just planets. So we found one. We found a bear in a wizard hat on a yellow moon. So you think that has something to do with reality? Do you? Yeah, see, it's not like these guys put it out to be. You know, we don't bombard kids with fucking heliocentrism at birth. These fucking idiots.
I know, but still, what made me start this journey in the first place was the fact that the number of people who believe in flat earth is growing massively. Even
no, it isn't.
The media reported it. Check this out.
The round or spherical Earth theory is propagated by some conspiracy.
And the number of people who think so is growing. Thousands, if not millions of people believe the world is flat.
And it's the subject of tonight's special report. WCIA3's Aaron Eads is here with us now. And Aaron, as far as conspiracy theories go, flat Earth theory is actually getting pretty popular.
Yeah, believe it or not, the number of people who believe the Earth is flat is actually growing. Scientists might have an idea of why that is, and it's worth talking about. And what better place to do so than one of the flattest places in the country, right here in central Illinois.
But Kansas is supposed to be the flattest state in the country, right?
Our ideas that this is a sham. NASA, a fraudulent organization bent on siphoning your tax dollars. The moon landing didn't happen.
Those iconic blue marble images seen from space, fakes.
You start seeing words like composite or animation or something that tells you this is not an actual photograph of the Earth.
The biggest concern
No, see, that wasn't part of the, anyway.
with the flat Earth movement is how fast it's gaining steam. Scientists are worried.
Just a second, I wanted to see something. Yeah, see, this is not part of that story. This is from a different article, different story.
Something that tells you this is not an actual photograph of the Earth.
The biggest concern with the flat Earth movement is how fast it's gaining steam. Scientists are worried that flat Earth could become a political issue like climate change, vaccination, or evolution. Guys.
All right, fascinating stuff. All right, Aaron, thank you.
Very interesting.
So according to Forbes, only 2/3 of American millennials believe the Earth is round. In other words, in the age group of 18 to 24, 1/3 of American young people believe the Earth is flat. So that's interesting. And if we look at here in Britain,
now it's pretty fucking sad.
3 in 100 Britons think the Earth is flat, and 1 in 20 say the theory is probably, but not definitely, false. And guys, first, I was in the definitely false category. I was in that 88%. But as I said, once I researched it...
Once I researched it? Where did you research it? I haven't seen any research yet. I mean, you've shown that you watched a news story on its popularity. Hey, I see Spin.
Everything changed. So first, when you hear about flat Earth, you really ridicule it, but once you research it, that's a different story, and I'm gonna show you why. So,
right, after you research it, you laugh louder.
So put these statistics into a different perspective.
Hey,
basically, millions of people in the world believe that the Earth is flat. And at this point, I want to hear their story. I want to know why. And I have a lot of questions. I'm an intelligent guy, so it's going to be very difficult to convince me that...
There you go. Did I call it? See, I'm a very intelligent guy, so it's going to be hard to convince me that the Earth is flat. It's the same fucking thing, man. We've heard it so many times.
Flat, so
we've heard it so many times we could dance to it.
You need to be very, very good with their explanations and with their reasons if they really want to convince me about this. Now, if anyone wants to research flat Earth, the first thing you probably do is go on Google, which is a big mistake and it's a dead end. And let me show you why. These are the images that Google will show you that flat Earth is. But I can tell you...
Yes, this is exactly what all flat earthers say the flat Earth is. The reason there's so much variation is none of them can agree. See, you don't have a model. If you don't have a model, you don't have an argument. If you don't have a model, you have nothing that you can predict anything by. It's part of proof.
You, after my research, that this is stupid. I thought the same at the beginning. I mean, this is what flat earthers believe, that this is absolutely rubbish. But this is not. This has nothing to do with the flat earth movement, I can tell you that. Or what you will find is these images that, ships are getting to the edge and they just fall off the edge.
Right, that's what the ancients wrote. See, this is from the ancients, dude. You know that group of people that you guys worship because they know the truth? We don't have any technology that matches what the ancients had. Oh, the ancients wrote about it, so we're going to believe that. But this is what you guys believe.
You've probably seen many of these images before, so this is not true. No flat earth researcher thinks this. This is bullshit, this is propaganda, this is not real. Now, the other thing you will definitely find if...
You think the only flat planet is Earth? All the rest of them are spherical, because we can see those, right? It's exactly what you think, motherfucker.
You search for Flat Earth is the Flat Earth Society. Now, this was started by a guy called Leo Ferrari, and first it was called the Flat Earth Society of Canada, and then they made it simple just by calling the Flat Earth Society. And basically this is controlled opposition. This is propaganda. So they give you some truth, but they show you footages like this.
No, they don't give you any truth. Hey, Westside.
And they tell you that the flat earth disk is accelerating upwards in space, and obviously you will think it's stupid. So the Flat Earth Society, again, has nothing to do with the real flat earth movement. And there's a lot of propaganda around flat earth. We're gonna discuss much more about that. The question for now is why? But basically, just to clarify this whole thing, we have two Earth models that we talk about. One is the heliocentric model, the other is the geocentric model. The heliocentric...
sorry, dude, but that's heliocentric, yes.
One is the heliocentric...
It's out of scale, but yeah.
...model, the other is the geo...
And no, this isn't geocentric, dipshit. This isn't geocentric. I love it. This guy's such a dumb fuck.
Heliocentric model. The heliocentric model, what we know today is that the sun is the center of the universe and all the other planets, including the Earth and everything else, moves around the sun.
Right, this is proven.
Whereas the geocentric, aka...
No, this is not geocentric. This is flat Earth. This has nothing to do with geocentric.
Flat Earth model, that's where the Earth is the center of the universe. The Earth is stationary, it's not moving, just as we feel it. And then the sun, the moon, and the stars and everything else rotate around us in the sky, just as we see it. But for now, I just want you to understand that we have these two models, the heliocentric and the geocentric. And when you see images like this, that's basically mixing up the two. So zero flat earthers believe in this bullshit. This is not real. This is created by...
See, you believe in the other bullshit. You don't believe in this bullshit. You believe in the other bullshit. Because, make no mistake, you believe in bullshit.
By the media and others who want you to think that flat earth is stupid. And when celebrities or
yeah, he appears to be a real person, I see.
Politicians talk about flat earth, they will always mention the Flat Earth Society again, because they want you to look at their website. This is how they mislead you, and this is how they deceive you, just like Barack Obama did. He mentioned the Flat Earth Society many, many times.
They've been talking down new sources of energy. They dismiss wind power. They dismiss solar power. They make jokes about biofuels. They were against raising fuel.
Holy crap, that guy's got some red hair, doesn't he?
Standards. I guess they like gas guzzlers. They think that's good for our future. We're trying to move towards the future. They want to be stuck in the past. And we've heard this kind of thinking before. Let me tell you something. If some of these folks were around when Columbus set sail, they must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not have believed that the world was round. We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
If I say that the world is round and someone else says it's flat, that's worth reporting. But you might also want to report on a bunch of scientific evidence that seems to support the notion that the world is round.
Absolutely.
In other breaking news, the world is round, not flat.
Now that we clarified all this with the Flat Earth Society and why they talk about it, let's move on to YouTube, because Google is not the only one who will feed you with.
See, it's not censored. You know how I know that this is not censored? We're watching your video. See, if Flat Earth was censored, never would have found you. You wouldn't even have a channel, dude. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Stupidity. YouTube is the other one. And this lady is the head of public policy on YouTube. And
see, dipshits like this think that YouTube is akin to like Speaker's Corner, where anybody can say whatever the fuck they want to say and no one can stop them. No, this is a privately owned business, dipshits. YouTube is a company, a corporation. They have investors and advertisers who are pretty particular about who sees their about what kind of things advertised for them. And they don't want flat earthers looking like fucking idiots while they're trying to sell a product.
she went to Congress the other day and they talk about how to censor conspiracy theorists. So check this out and after we will discuss it.
Right, they don't censor them, they just don't promote them.
Further.
Does Google think that this is a problem, and what is the solution that you're coming up with to address it?
Thank you for the question. So as you noted, when Alex Jones posted the video you described saying that the survivors of the Parkland massacre were crisis actors, that violated our harassment policy. We have a specific policy that says if you say a well-documented violent attack didn't happen and you use the name or image of survivors.
Hey, Stanley.
Survivors or victims of that attack, that is a malicious attack and it violates our policy. In terms of conspiracy theory content generally, our goal is to promote authoritative content to our users. So we have two principles that guide the way here. That's the first one, is we want to provide users with authoritative, trustworthy information.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I only have a minute and a half, and I don't really...
Yes, authoritative, trustworthy content. Flat Earth is not authoritative. It's fiction. It's fiction.
I need to hear what you're trying to provide. I want to know how you're dealing with all these conspiracy theorists on your platform.
So the first way is by demoting low quality content and promoting more authoritative content. And the
demoting it means not promoting it. No one's censoring you.
second is by providing more transparency for users. So we're introducing boxes that provide factual information at the top of results that have shown themselves to turn up a lot of information that is counterfactual, such as searching for the earth is flat on YouTube, where you see a lot of...
Your response is to put a box saying, nope, the earth is not flat.
Correct.
Okay.
And this is one example of these boxes.
So do you think that's censorship? See, if it was censorship, you wouldn't even find a fucking result.
Information she was talking about, but my question is that if flat earth is stupid, if it's false and it's a conspiracy theory, then why do they need to discuss it in Congress? And furthermore, why do they need to censor it? So if we all know that we live on a...
Because it's stupid and it's not real.
A globe, why...
I don't think this guy understands what's going on.
Do I need a box to tell me that don't believe flat earth because we live on a globe?
Because they're a bunch of gullible people. Hence the amount of people who are becoming flat earthers recently. See, the only way that could happen is if people are extremely fucking gullible.
Globe. You see my problem here? And this is what...
Yes, your problem is you're dumb.
YouTube tells you about these little
That's your
information panels or boxes when you search or watch videos related to topics that are prone to misinformation, such as the moon landing. You may see an information panel at the top of your search results or under a video that you're watching. Information panels show basic background info sourced from independent third-party partners to give more context on a topic. If you want to...
And flat earthers hate those info boxes. They fucking hate them.
To learn more, the panels also link to the third-party partner's website.
See, they can block and ban and time out all the detractors they want. But when YouTube automatically puts a warning box, an info box on your video, you can't block that. You can't ban that. You can't time that out. And it fucking drives them fucking crazy.
So you see these panels.
I don't know why this guy didn't have a box. Have no fucking clue why this guy doesn't have a fucking box. But, you know, that's YouTube.
At all the flat earth videos basically, and you will probably see it under this video as well or under my series. But this is when it gets more weird with YouTube, because there was this article, and I heard this from different sources, that YouTube promises to stop recommending flat earth and 9/11 truther videos. But why would they stop recommending it if it's stupid, you see? And that's not only what they do. Here is someone commented on,
because it's stupid. And it's not true. It's not authoritative. Are you not listening?
Eric Dubé's channel. He is one of the flat earth guys and he educates people about flat earth, and this commenter says that YouTube unsubscribed me from your channel, keep telling the truth. So it's not only information boxes and not only stop recommending the flat earth videos, but they even unsubscribe people from flat earthers channels.
Right, they unsubscribe people from everyone's channels. It's just something that happens with YouTube. It's a glitch. Has no reflection on flat earth at all. I get unsubscribed from globe channels. So
YouTube creators are really censored when it comes to flat earth. And I'm not sure how much effect this series will make on my channel, on Mystery.
So you have 10,000 views on this video alone. Does that look like you're being censored, dumb fuck? Does it?
Teachings, but I really don't care because I'm on YouTube, I'm on BitChute, I'm on Rumble, so I'm gonna make this series anyway, no matter what effect it will make on my channel, but I hope it will be okay. Now let me show you a clip from BBC, and I want you to pay attention to a couple of things. And guys, in this first part I really just want to show you how I started to research this whole topic and all the dead ends I found, so you can see the difference between fake news and propaganda and real information and, you know, true information. So BBC, they have a report on flat earth, and I want you to pay attention to a few things. One is the music.
So where is your proof of flat earth? Where is it? You've not given any proof of flat earth.
Play a really silly music which will subconsciously give you an idea already that this is something you shouldn't take seriously. It's about a flat earth conference. And the other thing is they show you people in weird shoes, and then they interview a guy who look really weird and really mad and really crazy. So again, to give you an idea that flat earther equals madness and craziness. So this is how the propaganda machine works and fake.
Yes, it is a mental problem that if you believe in flat earth. Absolutely.
News works, but here is the clip and you decide for yourself.
We used to think when we got started individually in this that we were alone. We have one thing in common. We live on a flat plane.
So that wasn't the model?
Flat plane.
I mean, that's not the model? That's not flat earth right here? See, this is exactly what you showed earlier in the video. Where was it? Somewhere around here where you showed like yeah, here. See that? Yeah. See, that's that. See, when you said that's not what we believe in, you were lying. When you said that that's bullshit, you were fucking lying. Right? I mean, they're selling these things at the Flat Earth Convention. This is not the Flat Earth Society. This is Flat Earth. This is FE Core. This is like the hardcore, the true earthers. There you go. Here's more. Here's more. Here's a pretty cheap looking one. See, there's one right there. So what are you talking about, motherfucker? Why are you lying?
When you're watching videos at home, it's just you and the screen. And it's lonely. I came here because I needed to see what flat earth people look like.
It's lonely. What? Are you a lonely guy?
Watching videos at home.
Lost all your fucking friends, did you, because of your fucking insane beliefs?
Just you and the screen. And it's lonely.
God, I want a cigarette.
I came here because I needed to see what flat earth people look like. And I was not...
They look like serial killers, you know, like everyone else.
Disappointed. They look normal. Very few people overweight. About 30% of them are cigarette smokers.
Normal people don't drive cars like yours. Normal people don't have flat earth t-shirts.
And only 4 of them that I met are from around here.
Can you see what's going on? Which I just mentioned. Silly music, they show you someone crazy looking person. So they show you every...
that was a dog. See that right there? That wasn't a crazy... That's a dog. That's not a crazy looking person.
They show you someone crazy looking person.
Yeah, see, that's a dog.
So they show you everything the way that they want you to believe that these people are crazy.
Fucking happy smoking non-filters too. Holy shit. It's either Luckies or Camels.
And mad, and they are stupid. So again, this...
Yes, you're mad and you're stupid if you have a car that looks like this.
People are crazy and mad, and they are stupid. So again, this is not okay. Now let's see what a stand-up comedy guy say about Flat Earth.
I was watching a documentary recently about flat earthers that was fascinating. I don't know if anybody saw this. There are people who believe the earth is flat. The documentary is called Assholes.
Again, just because someone believes something else, why do you need to talk about them like this? They call them assholes.
Because you're assholes, that's why. You're complete fucking assholes.
Assholes. For what reason? Someone has a different belief than you, so what? Why is it such a big deal? But anyway, let's see a different example from a TV show. It was some kind of a game, and we will discuss it after. Check this out.
In the Middle Ages, what shape did people think the world was?
Flat. They didn't think it was a shape. It was their field. That was the earth to them. Yes, Jim Norton is funny as fuck.
And we all think they did, but there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever. They all thought it was round. They all wrote about it as round. The Greeks knew that it was round.
Round and flat?
No, they thought it was a sphere. The Greeks knew it was round, he says. Chaucer knew it was round. Roger Bacon wrote about the curvature of the earth in the 13th century. You see, almost no one in the history of the world has believed that the earth is flat.
Now, this guy is a liar, and I have multiple reasons to say that. And guys, I just quickly want to debunk this part because...
You're a flat earther. You have no credibility, okay?
Because a lot of people say and think...
See, that show is very well researched and documented.
And believe that flat earth is something that just...
You tried to debunk a myth for 3 years and failed. See, I think I'll believe the other guy.
Appeared a few years ago on YouTube and on social media. That is not true. First, I remember that I learned in school...
Well, then prove it. prove it.
That indeed people believe the earth is flat, like a century ago, 2 centuries ago, or whatever, even ancient
No, they didn't.
civilizations, which we're gonna cover in this series later in our journey. Now, the other thing is, I want to show you a clip of an interview with a lady who is over 100 years old.
Did you, I see? Yeah, I'd like to see him.
And she remembers learning in school that the earth is flat. Check this out.
All right, tell me your name.
Oh, this motherfucker. Yeah, we're not going to watch this. Yeah. What he did is he took advantage of a fucking Alzheimer's patient. You dumb motherfucker.
Believed the earth is flat. Check this out.
You're not a climate scientist, but you're a very distinguished scientist and astrophysicist.
Hey, what's up, Neil? I got like a super important question for you that I've been wondering like my whole life. Okay, is the world round or flat? Because if so, if the world is round, why isn't the water falling out into space?
Pretty goddamn dumb question, man. Stick to sports, dude. Yes, elder abuse, absolutely.
Well, you ask a very important question. This concept had eluded all of humanity for centuries. Everyone thought Earth was flat. Why? Because it looked flat. And they posed the same arguments you did. If it was round, stuff would fall off on the other side. You can't have people standing upside down on a round Earth. Here's the thing. We thought Earth was flat before we had sea-going vessels that went beyond the horizon, recognizing that there has to be a curve there, because the ship doesn't always stay in view. So Columbus, when he set sail, the ship eventually disappeared. And you can chase after him, and you can keep disappearing. You can keep doing this. This would count as evidence that Earth's surface was curved.
I'm sure you remember this movie, but do you remember when these guys discussed that people believed the Earth is flat?
This is a movie, a work of fiction. There's no such thing as the Men in Black.
Why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
The person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
And
so if you want to believe a movie, what's that movie about? Is it about aliens that come from the firmament? No, it's not, is it? Do they ever show the Earth as flat? No, they didn't. And he says 500 years ago, everyone knew the Earth was flat, meaning we knew what we knew then is no longer true. See, are you following the conversation? Jesus fucking Christ, you're dumb.
Just to make sure we are all on the same level, here is my bonus for you so that we can all understand that people believed in flat Earth not that long ago.
Yeah, I could stay home and scrub floor.
And this is a cartoon.
Hey, you stowaways.
Are you speaking to us?
Yeah, listen. There's gonna be a mutiny in a few minutes.
A mutiny?
Shh, keep your voice down. Yes, a mutiny. The captain thinks the world is round, see? But we all know it's flat, right?
Of course it's flat.
Sure, I know the world is flat.
Well, so do I. Everybody knows that.
Good. Then you're on our side. We're gonna take...
Congratulations. You think like a caveman.
Go over the boat, throw Columbus in chains, and head for home.
Good idea. Otherwise, we'd fall right off the edge of the ice.
I know we all think they did, but there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever. They all thought it was round. They all wrote about it as round. The Greeks knew that it was round.
Okay, now that we established that...
Yeah, so he debunked you, guy, with a cartoon.
This is not some new idea. This was in history for a long time. Now, let's see something from the...
What was in history for a long time? The Flintstones? The Flintstones?
flat earth side. As I said, I need to consider both sides simultaneously and then decide for myself. So something from the flat earth side, from an old documentary. Here is a short clip which is gonna be quite interesting. Here we go.
It's a commonly held misconception that the Earth is a spherical object that revolves around the Sun. But the fact is, of course, that the Earth is a circular dish surrounded by a barrier of ice that explorers have been attempting to penetrate for centuries. Samuel Burley Rowbottom, better known throughout the scientific community as Parallax. In 1881, he had published this book, Earth Not a Globe. Outlining dozens of experiments performed over many years, it quickly became the standard authority for anti-globularism.
Flat earthers had sucked at punctuation in English way back then.
Perhaps the most significant experiments were those carried out on a canal known as the Old Bedford Level. Located in Cambridgeshire, England, the canal is perfectly straight over an uninterrupted 6-mile stretch. While there, Parallax conducted many experiments, all towards one conclusion, to prove that the surface of the water in the canal was indeed perfectly flat.
Guess what happened?
In one experiment, a boat carrying a flag rowed from one bridge to another 6 miles away. An observer with a telescope placed 8 inches above the surface of the water found that the flag and the boat were distinctly visible throughout the entire distance. If the Earth is a sphere with a circumference of 25,000 miles, then over a distance of 6 miles, the second bridge should mathematically be 16 feet below the observer's eye line.
And just to give you something that's not as old as the previous one, here is a short one from mainstream media.
The curving horizon, the sloping sea level, the spin of the Earth. Unless you can see these phenomena with your own eyes, they may not be true. Unlike what we've been told in school.
That's a dumb fucking thing to say. That's absolutely fucking ignorant. As long as you can't, if you can't see something with your own eyes, it can't be true. Okay.
The Earth looks like a snow globe, round but not sphere. The North Pole is at the center of most flat Earth maps, with the ice of Antarctica holding everything in.
Alright, now let's move on to social media, and it's time to find some debate groups. Flat versus globe. And now here is the first one, which is a group description which is already weird. Look at this. The flat earthers has gone too far. Again, how? They have become so many and have way too much influence, especially on the young people. Against.
Yes, that right there. Yes, when you are misinforming the youth, you are harming their education.
Same question. How do they have so much influence if they spread something that's stupid? But anyway, it's also most likely that all of them believe in several other conspiracies. Some of them dangerous. Oh, this is the group for me. Join us so we can end this insane madness. How do you want to end this exactly? Guaranteed quality entertainment every day. Have fun. Now let me show you the quality entertainment they talk about. And here is an example of your guaranteed entertainment. And I know this is just one group example, but I found the exact same thing with all the other groups that I've been.
Well, explain that. Explain how this is false. Please, prove that this isn't false.
But I found the exact same thing with all the other groups that I've been into. And it was...
Where's the bottom of these fucking windmills, dude? Where's the bottom of these windmills?
At least 20 different groups. So this is what they post, saying that this is proof of the curvature of the Earth. And
yeah.
I wanted to post this photo that this doesn't prove anything, even though at this point I'm on the globe side, but this doesn't prove anything. This is perspective. This is how we see things. The further something is, the lower it appears on the sky.
No. See, you see the whole thing. So the way perspective works, keeps getting moved. See, the way perspective works, dumb fuck, is you got your flat Earth, and then you got something above the flat Earth, right? And then you got your head right here. You go from your eye down to the top and bottom. See, there's nothing in the way. There's no reason in the world why you shouldn't see the bottom of those towers, because there's nothing to get in your way on a flat Earth. There's nothing. The water can't get in the way of the bottom of these windmills, wind turbines, or building or whatever ship. As long as you can resolve it, you should be able to see the whole thing, but we can't.
So this is not due to curvature, and this doesn't prove or disprove the globe. Now, when I wanted to post this photo, it was rejected. So this is when things getting interesting, and this is a good example from someone who posted this screenshot that basically the globe side can post anything, but the flat earth side cannot post anything. So this is really interesting, and this is what I personally experienced as well. So these groups look like they debating, but in fact, whenever you post something that supports the flat side, it just gets rejected. So with other words, this is like 5 years old people. But anyway, here is some more.
What did your photograph prove? I guarantee you could see the base of those fucking light poles if that truck wasn't in the way.
Examples of your guaranteed entertainment. Here is some examples from the globe side, and basically they...
But if you like, was it the fucking causeway, which causeway is it? Fuck, what's the name of the fucking thing? Help me out, guys. Begins with a P, doesn't it? Fuck, what's the name of it? Help me out, guys. Anybody? What's the name of the fucking causeway with the road that... Fuck. I cannot fucking remember it. The causeway, the fucking causeway down in, what, New Orleans or Alabama or wherever the fuck it is. The big long fucking bridge. And I cannot fucking remember the name of it. Pontchartrain, yeah. Like Poncho Train, what the fuck? Yeah, so I want to talk about telephone poles. Where are we at here? not getting the photograph I want, or I'm looking for. Getting a lot of photographs, but not the ones that I'm looking for. Huh, that's weird. Fake and gay, yeah. Wait, is that? No, that's not a good photo. Kind of what I'm looking for. Go into YouTube. All right, where is his? I don't know. Everything's hard to find today. Yeah, anyway. But I mean, we've seen the photographs of the telephone poles that are mounted to it. Hey Dan, that are mounted to the road, curving down, showing the curvature of the earth. So yeah, we've seen those, but I bet you'd ignore those, right? Right, pal?
Talk to
Hey, Rich Money.
flat earthers, and they talk about them like they were the biggest idiots.
Yeah, this couldn't happen on a flat Earth ever. This would require the sun to be below this cloud, physically lower in elevation than this fucking cloud.
I can kind of understand, but my problem is that the way they treat other human beings is unacceptable in my opinion, and they post this kind of memes, and then obviously you have examples from the other side, from the flat side. For example, this one, NASA watching flat earthers numbers grow 700% since 2015, and Earth is too big to see the curve, but on the other
Is that Anthony?
side, ships disappear over Earth's curvature, so which also makes you think, or this one, that fence is disappearing over the curvature of the Earth. But the point is that you're not gonna get anywhere in these groups, and you're not gonna find out the truth. So this was also a little bit.
Oh no, that was Lester from Men in Black.
Of dead end for me. In the words of Aristotle, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. With other words, one of the truest marks of intelligence is being able to consider opposite ideas without immediately accepting or rejecting one of them. So if we only research or think about one side of an issue and reject the other side without consideration, that's the highest form of willful ignorance. And we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna consider both sides and we'll see how it goes. So as I said, I have a lot of questions from flat earthers and I wanna hear from them. I don't want other people to tell me what flat earthers think. I wanna hear it from flat earthers. But I wanna know a lot of things. How days and nights work. How do we have different seasons? How are we floating in space? Are we floating in space at all, or it's something else? And what is below flat Earth? I want to see the edge. I want to know everything. What is it about this dome they talk about?
Go to the library. Do they have a library near where you live? Go to that.
And
tell the librarian, I'm a flat earther and I'd like to be educated on the truth. Start there.
You know, pilots and airplanes, how we fly above a flat earth disc or plane or whatever, and many other questions. Satellites, how about satellites? How do they work? Where are they? And all these kind of things.
You should have learned that in school, man.
I have a lot of questions.
I'll be right back.
They really need to convince me with everything if they want me to believe that the Earth is flat. So let's see how it goes. And even though I agree with this quote that all truth goes through 3 stages. At first, it's ridiculed. At second, it is violently rejected. And in the third, it is accepted as self-evident, because this is really true. But when it comes to flat Earth and when it comes to science, we need something that's observable, that's testable, that's measurable and repeatable. That's when we call it science.
Yes,
but
the heliocentric model is all
the
that.
Flat Earth side actually say that science is more than welcome to investigate flat Earth. Check this out.
Science should never, ever be worried about investigating the flat Earth. I mean, science should welcome an investigation of the flat Earth. Science is supposed to be objective, to learn, to grow. And it's, you know, as we are finding out, flat earthers are pointing out things about science that science doesn't have an answer for, and yet they still fight it.
Now, when it comes to science, most of the people believe that this is what's happening in our solar system, when in reality, this is what's happening in our solar system. And when you start to look at the details here and the different speeds and the directions of the movement, that's when everything will start to get weird. So we need to investigate science and question science, which is exactly what we're gonna do in part 2.
All right, we're going to do one more. Yeah, his videos are only like a half an hour to 45 minutes long each. So, it's pretty digestible. So, we'll do part 2. We'll do 2 parts a day. How about
what if
that?
I told you that everything you knew about our solar system is wrong? I know it's a bold statement, but once we investigate the details and the numbers in the universe, everything will start to get weird. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. So it's time to start questioning science and to challenge our understanding of the universe. And we're gonna...
That's what science is, dipshit. That's what science is.
Gonna do it right now. Let's talk about it.
Dickie's back. So if you want to prevent being timed out, you'll put $50 in my PayPal account. So.
Do you remember when I was talking about the Facebook debate groups in part 1? And even though I said that that was a dead end because I didn't really find out anything, but I learned a lot just by reading the posts and the comments. And one of the arguments from the Globe side, which I saw all the time, was that flat earthers don't even understand basic science. So
no, they don't. They most certainly don't.
So I decided that we're gonna investigate science. I'm gonna go back to the basics. We're gonna go back to school and look at all the numbers here. And I can tell you...
Yes, you can. Watch. See that? There you go.
One thing. More than 90% of the information I found during this investigation was something that I didn't remember at all, or I didn't learn it in school. If you watch some of my previous videos, you know that I always encourage you to question everything. So let's do that together. Let's go into a big investigation of the solar system.
So when are you going to prove flat Earth?
And find out whether it makes sense or not. But we're gonna question science, and that will help us to get closer to the solution and to the truth, whether the Earth is a globe or it's flat. Welcome to Mystery Teachings. My name is Gergő. If you are new to the channel, then welcome and namaste. Or if you are a returning beautiful soul, hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. First of all, I think we can all agree that in order to be able to call something a scientific fact, we need to be able to observe it, we need to test it, we need to measure it, and we need to be able to repeat these as many times as necessary.
Right, so when are you going to do that? When is just one flat earther going to do this? See, the flat earth doesn't exist, so it's not observable. It's not testable. You can't test something that doesn't exist. It's not measurable. And you can't do any of these once, so it's not repeatable.
If we are able to do that, then we can call it science and scientific fact. If not, then it's basically pseudoscience. So let's just...
Exactly. The flat earth is pseudoscience.
Keep that in mind. My first problem with the solar system is that I learned in school that the planets are orbiting the sun, but the sun is in a fixed position. I didn't know.
Yes, it's pretty much in a fixed position. You know how many millennia is going by? You know how many years are going by, like, for every second of this video? Do you know how many? Notice how everything's moving the same direction, moving all together, with each other. See that?
Know that the sun is moving as well.
But it's like this is like a year a second, man.
And we all constantly following the sun. So this is already confusing for me, guys.
How is this confusing for you? Play it here. Play it at real time. There we go. Here, I'm going to magically play it at real time. There we go. Click. There, it's at real time. How confusing is it? This is real time. Right here. This is real fucking time. Not sped up. So how confusing is it? Fucking dipshit.
I didn't know this, and if you did, well done, but I never learned this. I grown up in Hungary, and in Hungary, the primary school I went to, they never told us that the sun is moving. So this is already really confusing. So this was one of the reasons why I decided that I need to do a proper investigation and I need to start with the basics. The circumference of the Earth is 24,901 miles. So if we divide the 24,900 with 24, we're gonna get the speed of the rotation, which is 1,038 miles per hour.
Which is one revolution per day. That's how fast it spins. We don't measure rotational speed with linear measurements.
But this speed applies to the area of the equator. If you are elsewhere on the planet, depends.
So, how fast is this guy moving? How fast the speed changes. That's why you can't go with speed. You go with rotational rotations per period.
Depending on your latitude, you will experience a different speed. But the problem is that you don't experience any speed. Doesn't matter where you are, even though the entire planet is...
Right, because our bodies can't detect. We don't have the organs, sensory organs, to detect constant speed.
Spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. Now guys, don't get me wrong, this is not my main issue. The big problems will come later, you will see them in a moment, but this is already weird. We all know that it takes 24 hours to make a full circle, but if you look at the speed, something doesn't add up. And I know we don't feel the speed because we are moving together with the Earth, we are on its surface, just like when you travel in a car, for example, or if you are sitting on a train, or maybe the best example is an airplane, because the airplane is really fast and indeed you don't feel any speed. Furthermore, if you think about it, if you travel on a train, for example, or on an airplane, which is a really high speed, you can still take a bottle of water and pour it into a glass without any problem. And this is a valid argument. However, the reason you don't feel the speed on a train or on an airplane because you are in a closed environment. You travel in a closed system. So when we say that we don't feel the speed in the car, just please remember there are people who have car sickness as soon as the car starts moving. And
that's because they see things moving outside the car. That's why you get car sick.
We only talk about 30 or 40 miles per hour or 50 or 60, but not 1,000. And even if we just talk about the car and you drive on a motorway, you can still pour your glass of water because you have a windscreen that protects you. You see, it's called wind screen for a reason. Now with the train example, it's the same thing. It's a closed environment. But when you travel like this guy, for example, obviously don't try it, it's dangerous, but this guy did, and you can imagine he felt the speed probably. And when it comes to an airplane, we can definitely agree that you would indeed feel the speed if the door was open, or you would be able to open the window, just like these passengers did in this news report.
We're going to turn now to the terrifying scare in the air when a man actually opened a plane door mid-flight. 12 passengers had to be rushed to the hospital after landing, and Gio is back with the latest this morning. Good morning to you, Gio.
Hey, Juju, good morning again. Yeah, this was an Asiana Airlines plane with 194 people on board. And let's go ahead and go right to the video now because it's just unbelievable. Because police there in South Korea say a 33-year-old passenger opened the emergency exit door about 850 feet above ground right after the pilot made that routine announcement that the plane was about to land. Now, the passenger, we're told, was traveling alone. Police have not said why he did it, but they did say there were no signs he'd been drinking. Now, once the plane landed safely, 12 people were taken to the hospital for respiratory issues. Now, the passenger was arrested, of course, and if convicted, he could face up to 10 years in prison, Juju.
Now we understand.
Yeah, that's no joke, man.
That traveling on a train or an airplane is a different thing because you are inside in a closed environment. But the Earth is an open system. I mean, we can go out to space, right? So let's see some examples. What happens when you travel at high speed in something that's open? And the roller coaster is a good example because we go to theme parks and sit on roller coasters to have some extraordinary experience, right? Another good example is my favorite sport, the Formula One cars, because they can reach a top speed of around 230, 235 miles per hour. But the Earth is still 4 times faster, so we need something faster. So let me share my example when I went skydiving a couple of years ago. Yep, that's me in the blue. So I can tell you, when we were stepping outside of the plane, I felt the speed. And not only that, but it was a mind-blowing experience. During our free fall, we reached a speed of 211 km per hour, which is approximately 130 miles per hour. And even with this relatively slow speed, I can tell you that this was one of the best experiences in my life. So there's a big difference when something is moving or if not moving. But let's put the Earth rotation speed into more context.
It's just, he's just repeating all the memes. That's all he has is memes. He's got no proof of anything, just memes.
So the speed of sound is only 767 miles per hour. The Earth is 1,000. So we are spinning faster than the speed of sound, and this is what
nope.
should happen with all the oceans and all the water on the Earth, but somehow our experience is completely the opposite. So as I said, this is not my major problem, and I can even accept this, and I don't want to stress on the speed, so let's just move forward and look at something else, the speed of the moon. So the moon orbits Earth at a speed of 2,200.
1 revolution per day.
88 miles per hour. Really? Okay, so let's put this into perspective again. The speed of a bullet can travel at a speed of 1800 miles per hour.
Yeah.
But the moon is faster than that.
Right, that's ground speed. It's ground speed.
It's 2,288 miles per hour. So next time when you look at the moon, ask yourself the question, is this really shooting over 2,000 miles per hour faster than the speed of a bullet? And if it's still not crazy enough, let's not forget that the Earth rotates around the Sun and completes one full circle in a year. Now that sounds very slow, but considering that the Sun is 93 million miles away from the Earth, we need to travel at 67,000 miles per hour around the Sun, which is equivalent to traveling from London to New York in 3 minutes. So imagine that the Earth is one of these carts and the platform itself is our rotation around the Sun. And we feel nothing. And I just look at photos like this and I'm wondering what is going on. And since we travel at 2 different speeds, let's not forget about the moon, because the moon needs to catch up with all of this, which makes everything even more complicated. Here is why. So let's recap. The moon is traveling around the Earth 13 times per year, as we have 13 moon cycles, at a speed of 2,288 miles per hour. Meanwhile, the Earth is orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. So the moon needs to change its speed drastically in order to follow the Earth, which is also orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. So when the moon is on the outer circle on its orbit.
Big numbers, 3 dimensions. Oh no. Hey, Orion Cooper.
Then it needs to speed up to 6.
Yes, big numbers scary. Can't understand 3D. Doesn't understand frames of reference.
67,000 miles per hour in addition to its original 2,288 miles per hour. That's altogether 69,288 miles per hour. So basically it can overtake the Earth, and when it gets in front of the Earth, we know that the moon is 240,000 miles away, which means that with this speed the Earth can catch up to the moon in just 4 hours. So it needs to get the same speed as the Earth, which is 67,000. And then when it goes back to the inner side of the orbit, now it needs to slow down to its original speed to 2,288 miles per hour in order to the Earth to pass by, right? So how does the moon speed up to nearly 70,000 from 2,200, and then how does it slow down again from 69,000 to 2,200? 2,007.
It's in orbit, dipshit. That's the way orbits work. The moon isn't speeding up or slowing down, idiot.
2,000, 70,000.
Jesus Christ.
How does the moon do that? What mechanism makes it possible? And please don't say it's gravity, because I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, it's gravity. That's how orbits work. It's in a constant state of free fall.
Cry or laugh or both. But don't worry, it's gonna be even more complicated than that, and you will.
So answer my question, but don't tell me the truth, or I'll cry. That's what he just said. Right? Listen.
70,000, 2,000, 70,000. How does the moon do that? What mechanism makes it possible? And please don't say it's gravity.
So please don't say it's gravity.
Because I'm gonna cry.
Because I'm gonna cry. So answer my question, but don't tell me the truth, or I'll cry.
Or laugh. Or both. But don't worry, it's gonna be even more complicated than that, and you will see the more details we find, the more ridiculous it becomes. But for now, let's just stick to this Earth's rotation speed, 67,000 miles.
So what is that? What are you showing here?
per hour and put it into even more perspective. First, let's see a very fast airplane, which is the Concorde. It has a maximum cruising speed of 1,354 miles per hour, which means that the flight time between London and New York is about 3 hours. Well, that's nothing, because the Earth is doing it in just 3 minutes. So the Concorde is really slow. And if we do the calculation, it turns out that the Earth is rotating around the Sun 49 times faster than the maximum speed of the Concorde. Okay, let's see something faster. Missiles. Which one is the fastest missile? I was asking Google, and it tells me that it's the Russian 3M22 whatever missile at a speed of 6,100 miles per hour. Now that's fast, but the Earth is still 10 times, almost 11 times faster than the fastest missile in the world. Okay, now let's see the hypersonic sled track, which is this one. It travels at a speed of 6,600 miles per hour. Watch. Did you see it? Yeah, me neither. And if we look at it at half speed, we still cannot see anything. And if we look at it at quarter speed, you still cannot see a thing. And the Earth is apparently 10 times faster than this. Okay, is there anything faster than that? The fastest airplane in the world is the NASA X-43A airplane, which travels at a speed of 7,366 miles per hour. Now that's a massive, crazy speed. But if we do the calculation, the Earth is still 9 times faster, and there's only one thing that's faster than any of these, and that's the NASA space.
Is that a German accent? I think it's he said where he was from. Hungary, I think. He said it early. Yeah, Hungary.
Shuttle, which travels at a speed of 17,500 miles per hour, and guess what? The Earth is still 3.8 times faster. By the way, let me just stop here for a second. Isn't this weird? The fastest airplane is 7,000 and the space shuttle is 17,000. Now look at the two photos. The space shuttle looks like a normal commercial airplane, right? And it's apparently 10,000 miles per hour faster than the fastest airplane on the left. That's
right, because this is not an airplane. This is a space shuttle. This is designed to go into space. It goes 17,500 miles an hour in space with no wind resistance. This is an airplane.
Weird. But we're gonna investigate NASA later in our journey anyway. So we are spinning.
Never a straight answer. That's hilarious.
At 1,000 miles per hour, orbiting the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, and when we go out to nature on a nice day, the water is completely still. Okay, but let's complicate it even further, and this is my favorite part because, as I said, I never learned that the sun is moving. I thought that it's in a fixed position, in the same position, and it's only the planets that are moving around it. But as I said, I had to realize that this is not what's going on, and Google tells us that the sun travels at a speed of 514,000 miles per hour. But it also gave me a different figure, which is 448,000 miles per hour. So I think we can agree with an average 500,000 miles per hour. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the speed of the sun, which means that at this speed you could travel around the Earth's equator in 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So according to mainstream science, the entire solar system is traveling around in the Milky Way and completes one full circle at approximately 230 million years, which we call a galactic year. So that means that the Earth is orbiting the Sun 30 times faster than the speed of a bullet, and the sun's speed is 230 times faster than the speed of the bullet. And if you are wondering, there's more? Yes, there's more, because guess what? The Milky Way too moves in space relative to other galaxies. So I'm just wondering, do I want to know what's the speed of the Milky Way? The motion that's left must be the particular motion of our...
Yeah, big numbers scare the shit out of this guy. Big numbers scary.
Our galaxy through the universe. And how fast is the Milky Way galaxy moving? The speed turns out to be an astounding 1.3 million miles per hour. So at this point in my investigation, I probably experienced cognitive dissonance, which, if you don't know what is, in short, basically when you have a core...
Yes, you have demonstrated cognitive dissonance, absolutely.
...belief that you believe for a long time, for example, that the Earth is a globe, and someone shows you evidence against this core belief, then basically the brain doesn't know what to do, and you might experience some discomfort, stress, or you might feel anxious. Maybe you are in denial, you say this is not true, or you want to ignore the information, you can be angry. So there can be a lot of different stages, but I made an entire video about this, and if you want, you can check it out in more details what cognitive dissonance is, but this is how I feel right now. So let's recap. The Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour faster than the speed of sound. The Moon is rotating around the Earth at 2,288 miles per hour faster than the speed of a bullet, while the Earth is orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour faster than anything, and the Sun is basically running through the galaxy with 500,000 miles per hour, and the entire galaxy is moving at a speed of 1.3 million miles per hour. Meanwhile, here on Earth,
so fucking dumb. They are
okay, I don't
so
want to torture anyone with any more numbers or speeds, so let's look at something else. And please remember what we discussed about science. So I want to find out how can we measure or detect the motion of the Earth, the rotation or any movement, since we don't feel a thing. So here's a short clip about that.
In 1887, Albert Michelson and Edward Morley conducted what's known as the Michelson-Morley experiment. This experiment was attempting to prove the speculated motion of the Earth around the Sun, and when it failed, Albert Einstein was forced to form the theory of relativity to overcome this problem. In fact, anytime mainstream science is faced with undesirable results, they create a workaround, which isn't real science at all.
I saw this quote from Einstein in a Flat Earth documentary. I have come to believe that the motion of the Earth cannot be detected by any optical experiment. So
there we go. I've come to believe that the motion of the Earth can't be detected.
The idea that Earth's motion can't be detected often comes from misinterpreting a statement by Albert Einstein.
Quote mined Einstein's statement. While I was thinking of its problem in my student years, I came to know the strange result of Michelson's experiment. Soon I came to the conclusion that our idea about the motion of the Earth with respect to the ether is incorrect. If we admit Michelson's null result as a fact, this is the first pass which led me to the special theory of relativity. Since then, I have come to believe that the motion of the Earth can't be detected by any optical experiment, though the Earth is revolving around the Sun. See, he left that part out, right? He left that part out.
Maybe the reason we cannot feel the Earth spinning is because it's not spinning. Maybe it is stationary, as flat earthers say. Because look at these examples. When there is some earthquake here and there in the world, this is one in Taiwan, for example. Or here is another one from a news report.
It's the iconic footage from the California earthquake. Now, the woman who desperately tried to save her cell phone when her swimming pool turned into a mini tidal wave.
And here is another footage of these guys. They are in a swimming pool during an earthquake. I mean, it's mind-blowing. It's so scary. And finally, here is one more for you from a guy.
Yeah, earthquakes are pretty scary.
And just look at...
But flat earthers say the earth doesn't move.
The water. This is what happens when the earth moves a little bit. But with all these crazy speeds that we just discussed, this is what we experience normally, right? This is normal, this is nature. And if nobody told us that the earth is moving, we would probably never even think of such craziness. So I just want to put this quote here again from part 1, because maybe it starts to make sense now, right? And I still have more for you, because we have all these crazy movements, but here is a good example. This monument at precisely 11:11 a.m. each Veterans Day, November 11th, wow, there's a lot of 11 there, which is a master number in numerology, and it has an
It's a what?
important meaning, but anyway, the sun's rays pass through the ellipses of the 5 armed services pillars to form a solar spotlight on the glass mosaic of the Great Seal of the United States.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Same time and day every single year. And also we have this crazy movement, but we have the Orion Belt, which is perfectly aligned with the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Or there's another example, the Georgia Guidestones. And even though this was blown up a couple of years ago, there was a hole inside the Guidestones, and every night the...
Yes, that was fucking huge. That hole is big, dude. There's a lot of leeway for Polaris in that hole.
North Star Polaris can be seen through the hole. And then the more important question is, why do we have the exact same constellations seen in the night sky every single night? And
we don't. They change constantly. Especially the ones at the equator. Close to the equator.
Not only that, but we cannot see any so-called parallax movement from the stars. Now what?
And that's horseshit too. We've measured parallax, stellar parallax. You fucking liar. You're just sad, man. You're just pathetic and fucking sad.
What does that mean? Parallax means that anything that's closer to you moves faster than things in the background. So the trees and the fans, they're moving fast. The clouds, they...
Is stellar parallax real?
Yes. Stellar parallax is real. It's the slight shift in a nearby star's position, caused by Earth's movement around the sun. Astronomers use this to measure distances to stars, and they first measured it in 1838.
They're moving a little bit slower, and then the moon in the background doesn't move at all. That's what we call parallax. This is what we should see, but this is not the case at all. We never see this. What we see is that the stars are moving around in a circular motion. Let me show you some examples.
Right, a circular motion, not an elliptical motion. See, on a flat Earth, the stars, if you weren't directly under Polaris, all the stars would have an elliptical motion, an oval motion, not circular. Okay, on that little thing you got there, where's the southern rotational star field? Where's that at? I mean, this guy didn't even bother to do any fucking research. All he did was just compile a bunch of fucking memes.
So in the geocentric, aka flat Earth model, the stars are fixed in the sky.
Again, not geocentric.
And they rotate around us, which is basically what we see. And we will talk about the stars and the sky in more details later in our journey, but for now I just wanted to understand this. Because on the other side, in the heliocentric, aka globe model, we are shooting through the universe like crazy, so pretty much this is...
So do you think that he's one of these insecure pieces of shit that needs the Earth to be flat and local and small and stationary so he doesn't feel insecure? You think he's one of those?
What we should see every night, but this is not the case, and we see the exact same stars. And apart from that...
Hey, Lisa.
Since we are going around the sun once per year, that means that every 6 months we are on the other side, so therefore...
Other side of what? The sun? Yeah? What's your point, man?
Our night sky should look completely different.
Why should it look completely different? Why? Do you know how far stars are away? They're millions of light years away, man. There's no reason why the night sky should look completely fucking different 6 months apart.
But again, this is not what we experience.
Hey, Professor Phil Bell, good to have you here.
Yes. And let's not forget about water, because we know that 75% of the Earth is water.
No, about 5% is water. It's not a lot. Now that the Earth's covered, 75% of its surface is water.
And all the oceans in the world are somehow able to stick to the ball while we
Yes, because of gravity.
Are spinning like crazy. And
all gravity has to do is attract one water molecule over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Our only answer to that is gravity. And we will talk about gravity in a different episode, but it's really weird and strange for me that water always finds its level. Water does not...
Right. Finds an equipotential from the center of the Earth. That's what water does.
Not bend. The only exception when it does is the example of the Earth, the globe. It's just common sense. Water does not behave the way the heliocentric model tells us.
It most certainly does. You don't know what a model is. Okay. A model is measurements. That's what a model is, a collection of measurements that allow us to predict things. So when you say that, you don't understand what a model is.
It doesn't matter how you spin water, the centrifugal force will push it away. I mean, it's basic science. How do you think a washing machine removes the water from your clothes? You're supposed to be on a ball spinning 1,000 miles per hour, orbiting the sun at 66,000 miles per hour while shooting through the galaxy at 500,000 miles per hour. That's
big, scary numbers.
It's also moving at 1.2 million miles per hour. Yet none of those speeds match anything we experience in reality. In fact, it's completely insane to suggest such a notion. Bodies of water always find an equilibrium. When they're at rest, the surface is completely flat. It's time to realize the math ain't mathing and the science ain't sciencing. You can't even make it make sense.
So how can we call any of this science or scientific fact if we cannot observe it, we cannot test it, we have no idea?
We can, though. That's how we got the model. That's how we got the heliocentric model. We observed it, we tested it, we measured it, and it's repeatable. Flat Earther, with a flat Earth, you can't do any of this. We've been asking for 10 years for a fucking model, and none of you motherfuckers have come up with anything. You refuse. You run away.
How to measure it, and obviously we can't repeat any of these because we didn't do a thing. And even though I wanna believe in the globe and I wanna prove the globe, when the globe site says that flat earthers don't understand basic science, well, they need to think twice. The word
you don't understand basic science. This is the second video in a fucking series, and you've not shown any proof for flat Earth. None. You've shown no science, no tests, no measurements. Nothing, dude.
Scientific in Latin actually means know that it is fiction. So maybe our understanding...
Say what? What did this guy just fucking spew? Scientific etymology. The word scientific comes from the French word scientifique, derived from medieval Latin scientificus, a combination of Latin scientia, knowledge, and facere, to make or do. Not what you fucking said, you fucking lying shit stain.
Actually means know that it is fiction. So maybe our understanding is really not complete yet. Leonardo da Vinci said that if you find from your own experience that something is a fact and it contradicts with some authority has written down, then you must abandon the authority and base your reasoning on your own findings. Now it's time for our bonus today, which is about an...
Unless you're a flat earther, and then you just go by what the guy on YouTube says.
And the problem in the solar system, because if the Earth was round, we would never see Venus and Mercury at night, since these two planets are between the Earth.
If the Earth was flat, you'd never see anything at night. It wouldn't be nighttime. So he doesn't understand how fucking how dimensions work or scale works. You'd never see Venus and Mercury at night. Yeah, you would. You most certainly fucking would.
Earth and Sun.
I've got the Sun down here. I've got Mercury represented in this first orbit, and it supposedly orbits somewhere around 43 million miles at its maximum. And then you have Venus over here.
I mean, this guy's a dipshit, but I like what he's done here. I like what he's doing. It's like he can just put these balls anywhere and they stay put because he's laying on his side.
At 67 million miles in the second orbit from the Sun.
Oh, okay.
And of course, we've got the blue marble. We've got Earth up here in the third orbit. Going around the Sun at 66,000 miles an hour, supposedly at a distance of 93 million miles from the Sun. Okay, in the meantime, we're spinning around here. Okay? And right now, the reason I got the light, I just wanted to cast a strong enough shadow. So you see, this would be daytime on this side, and it's nighttime on this side, the dark side.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get thinking, we are out here looking this way. We're looking out that way. I want to knock the Earth out of its orbit. But we are looking this direction, toward the darkness in our sky.
Oh, maybe this guy is okay.
Okay? Now the question is, why can I see Venus at all? If Venus is rotating down here in its second orbit, we're in the third orbit, but we are facing away from Venus right now. How come I can see it in the sky? I mean, it might be up here, wherever, but it's still maintaining this circular...
Oh, no, he is a dipshit. Okay, let's go over this. So here we've got the Earth. Here we've got Venus. And here we've got the Sun, right? So with the Sun, this is what the Sun's illuminating, right? So we're standing here, right? We're standing right here. Well, what do you know? We can't see this. We can't see the sun because it's just after sunset or just before sunset. But we can see Venus on the horizon. Huh, which is exactly how we see it, dipshit. Do I got that right, guys? Is that how it works? I think it is. I think it's how it works. Yeah, just because you're on this side doesn't mean you have to face this direction. You can face this direction. Right? Should move this down further to here. Right? Now, the placement of this might be different. So if we can move these, right, maybe like that. But yeah, you can see Venus at the horizon, but you're still in the shadow of the sun. So he didn't do any research. He didn't try to do any research. He just watched fucking videos by dipshits like this.
Distance in here, inside the orbit, on the inside orbit between Earth and Sun. So why am I able to see Venus on the dark side of Earth right now? It would have.
You can't. You see it at the horizon before the sun rises. It's not high in the sky, man. It's never high in the sky in the daytime. It's always at the horizon.
Have to be out here to enable it to be seen. It'd have to be catching the light from the sun and being able to be seen here. If it's where we are told it is located, we would not be able to see it in our night sky right now.
So I'm a bit disappointed with the globe, and I thought it's gonna be much easier to prove it. But I'm not gonna give up. And I know you wanna hear about Flat Earth and you have a lot of questions, just like I have, and we're gonna talk about it a lot, I promise. But
yeah, I have a question. Why are you so weird, man?
Remember, I started this journey to prove the globe, and I still have some ideas.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
To do that, and the next one is the photos of the Earth. It's very simple. We have thousands and thousands of real photos of the Earth taken from space, but the flat earthers say that it's just more trickery, and if you look at it a bit closer you will realize that these are fake photos and Photoshop and CGI. Now that sounds weird, so the next step I want to do is do a proper investigation of all the photos of the Earth.
You're not going to do a proper investigation. You're going to look at them and go, see, that's fake because of this, and that one's fake because of this. And I don't like that one. That's what you're going to do. I've not seen the video, but I know that's what he's going to do. So, all right, guys, that was part 1 and 2. Tomorrow we'll go over 3 and 4. So, yeah, he's got 20 of them. No, you're not. Also, when the sun sets. Oh, when the sun sets, okay. Yeah. He actually shows his face. That's amazing. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. We'll talk to you guys later. And as always, be seeing you.
time to change the road you're on. White light and wants to show how everything still turns to gold. And if you listen very hard, the tune will come to you at last. When all I want and want is all to be a rock and not to roll. And she's buying a stairway to heaven.